Hello, Raw Food Rehab. It is Saturday, and I don't always make a video for you on Saturday, but since I didn't make one yesterday, because I was so busy, I had a ton of things that were happening yesterday, so I decided that I would go ahead and broach the subject of what has been on my mind to talk about today on Saturday, and just add it to our weekly weekend update thread. What has been on my mind is this whole idea of, how does a person really succeed in a raw food diet? I mean, it seems kind of elusive, especially when you've come from a place of having been indoctrinated into eating the way that the rest of the world eats. I mean, I would venture to guess that most of you guys were raised like I was, where we learned to cook our food. I mean, that's just what we did. We cooked the food. We had the pots, the pans, the skillets, the electric skillet, the crock pot, the TV dinners. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It's all about cooking. That's what we know. So this concept of eating food in its natural state, although it makes unbelievable and tremendous amount of sense, we're kind of like scratching our heads going, well, how do we do that? How do we bring that concept into our daily lives? And so I've written a list of things that I want to share with you. Number one, it is crucial for your success in raw food to have an abundance of raw food in your kitchen. I'm talking about fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, sprouts. Yeah, and that does require a bit of effort. You have to get in your vehicle, or you have to walk, depending on what your demographic situation is. You have to walk to the store or drive to the store and buy produce. Yeah, that may be a paradigm shift for some people, but that's going to be one thing that you do need. You need to have the abundance of beautiful, available, usable produce in your kitchen, especially leafy greens. And even if you're not into eating salad or leafy greens, you can throw them into smoothies. You can juice them if you have a juicer. But leafy greens, it's the most mineralizing, alkalinizing, life-giving thing that you can put into your body. So you have to find more ways to do that, which we're going to talk more about that next week. Don't go so long without eating. I mean, I do this on occasion where I've gone for a really long time, like maybe 5 hours, haven't put anything in my mouth, and all of a sudden I'm just jonesing. I'm like, if you're at work and you didn't prepare and you don't have anything with you, and there is a snack machine or something right near your desk, and you have some quarters in your pocket, it's real easy to get a bag of Cheez-Its or a Snickers or whatever. I mean, it's easy. The world gives us an easy solution to that nagging feeling of hunger that we have. I mean, fast food, junk food is readily available, people. I mean, it is the way of the world, and it's all in front of us. Everywhere you look, it's easy to get that. So you do have to be a little bit prepared, right? So the next thing is remove all the junk from your kitchen that you don't have to have. If you've got old stuff in there, if you've got old processed flour and wheat, cream of wheat, and, just a bunch of junk in your kitchen, Oreos, cookies, think about all the stuff that you've got in there. Even if you have kids, let's get some of that stuff out of there. And what's cool is this is the time of the year that so many organizations, churches, local food banks are doing food drives. Let's get some of that canned goods out of there. Let's get that Campbell's soup peeled out of those pantries, people. And let's give that to a food bank or somebody else who people have no other resource other than to, have handouts. Let's remove that from our kitchen if we can and start to replace it with healthier things. Now, if you're brand new to raw and you're transitioning, I don't even want to tell you to remove every single thing out of your kitchen. But let's remove all the obvious things that you're thinking, well, that's probably been in there for a year or two. Give it the boot. And start to bring life into your kitchen. It's a process, but start to bring life and options, better, healthier options into your kitchen. Organize your kitchen around raw food success. Now, if you have a juicer or a food processor or a mixer and you've got it tucked way back in your pantry or your cupboard somewhere, you know, and you're just like, well, I'll just have it here. Get that out and put it on your countertop. And I don't care how many anal retentive people are out there and you don't like stuff on your countertop. Hey, you know what? If your coffee maker can have first place on your countertop, then you need to be able to put your blender or your juicer right there where you're going to see it every day. And you're going to walk past that juicer and you're going to be like, better do something with that. Yes, if you have a dehydrator, get that out on your countertop. Design your kitchen for success. Worked for me, and I still have it. And we're going to do a tour of my kitchen at some point real soon so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, the next thing. Start a binder with your favorite recipes. And I'm going to show you what I've got. I have got this 3-ring binder. And I've got, you know, like I've saved all the business cards of all the people that I've met at different functions. And I've got tabs. And I just have put in here everything that I find that I love. If I find a recipe on the internet, I print it off and I put it in my binder. If I've made something that is just fabulous, incredible, and wonderful, I use these plastic sheets. So I just print it off, slide it in there so when you take it into your kitchen, you know, you can just, you've got it and it's not going to get all splattered up. It is one of the best secrets of success that I have found. Karen Noller, my good friend from the UK, said that you need to have at least 20 recipes that are go-to recipes that are, first of all, easy and delicious. And it might take you a few weeks to put those 20 recipes together, but get them together, put them somewhere that you can use. Like this is a binder. This is just one of those, it's got a little thing and you slide it down. Put your loose leaf paper in here until you can afford to go get a 3-ring binder, which is pretty inexpensive. But, you know, get your recipes together, things that you like, not what everybody else likes. Make it for you. Okay, the last thing that I want to suggest to you is, could you commit to eating raw food exclusively for 30 days? That's it, 30 days. Alyssa Cohen teaches it. There's several people out there that have been extremely successful that teach. Don't think about, you know, oh, I'm now a raw foodist. I'm never going to eat anything but raw food. That's pretty tough for a lot of people. But could you commit to eating 30 days raw? And just see what happens. See how you feel. I did it. And I mean, you know, 4.5 years later, I'm still on the path. I'm still loving raw food. And yes, I vacillate. Yes, I have days that are more difficult than others, but I'm never going to give it up. I will never give it up. So what I'd like to hear from you today, many of you who've been doing this for a long time, I'd love for you to chime in. Help some of the newer people. Give them ideas. I mean, I just gave you my ideas, and I'm all totally congested. I guess I've got a sinus infection or something right now. But by golly, it's important to me that we work together as a team to help support one another. So what do you got for us? Tell us what you can. How have you been successful at doing this raw food diet and staying consistent with it? If you've got any ideas, we'd love to hear them. I love you, and I've got a surprise for you tomorrow. I think I might have a little video up my sleeve that's just for fun. So I'll look forward to seeing you then. Have a great weekend. Bye.